Monday morning, 9 am. You have a 40-page report to summarize, an angry stakeholder email to reply to, a new hire starting next week with no onboarding plan, a client call in 2 hours on a topic you don't know yet, and a campaign deck due by Friday with no designer. 5 corporate professionals faced these exact problems last week. What changed wasn't their workload, it was one tool. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how each of them used AI. Not in theory, not in a demo, in a real work situation you will recognize from your own job. Microsoft Copilot, Claude, Google Gemini, Perplexity, and Canva AI. 5 tools, 5 professionals, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly which one belongs in your workflow and how to use it the moment this video ends. Meet Sarah. She's a business analyst at a financial services firm. This morning, her manager sent her a 40-page regulatory report and a calendar invite for a boardroom presentation at 2 p.m. same day. 40 pages, 5 hours. A presentation that needs to sound like she read every word. A few months ago, this would have meant cancelling lunch, skimming frantically, and hoping nothing important was on page 34. Sarah opens Microsoft 365 Copilot, uploads the report, and types this exact prompt. Summarize the top 5 risks in this document as bullet points for each risk. Give me 1 sentence of context and 1 sentence on what the recommendation is. She hits enter. Few seconds later, she has a structured, accurate summary. 5 risks, context, recommendations. She validates it and adds 1 more Copilot prompt to turn those bullets into slide talking points. And by 10 a.m., she's done. 4 hours ahead of schedule. The key thing to understand about Copilot works well with Microsoft tools that we use daily. Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Sarah didn't learn a new skill. She asked a clear question. That's it. Now meet John. He manages operations for a logistics company. This morning he received an email from a senior supplier, and it was not pleasant. Delayed shipment, frustrated client. The supplier is holding John's company responsible for something that was actually a third-party failure. The email has the kind of tone that makes you want to either fire back or avoid replying until tomorrow. Neither is a good option when you have a long-term supplier relationship at stake. John has been staring at a blank reply for 20 minutes. He opens Claude at Claude AI, pastes the email in and writes, I need to respond to this professionally. The delay was caused by a third-party courier failure, not our operations team. Help me write a reply that acknowledges their frustration, explains the situation without making excuses, and protects the supplier relationship. He hits send. Claude returns a response in seconds. It opens with acknowledgement, not defense. It explains the cause factually. It offers a concrete next step. John reads it, makes 2 small edits for tone, and sends it. The supplier replies within the hour. Calm, professional. Problem handled. Why Claude for this and not ChatGPT? Claude's responses tend to be more measured, more considered, especially for communication that involves emotion or relationship management. When the stakes of tone are high, Claude is the tool I reach for. Next is Priya, HR manager at a growing tech company. They've just hired for a brand new role, AI product coordinator, that didn't exist 6 months ago. Priya has no template, no precedent, and 3 other urgent things on her plate. She needs a complete 30, 60, 90-day onboarding plan today. In the past, this would have meant either pulling together something mediocre under time pressure or pushing back on the hiring manager and losing goodwill. Neither felt right. So, Priya opened Google Gemini. Her prompt, create a 30, 60, 90-day onboarding plan for an AI product coordinator joining a mid-sized tech company. The role involves working with engineering, product, and business teams. Include weekly check-in milestones, key stakeholders to meet in each phase, and measurable success metrics for day 30, day 60, and day 90. She clicks generate. What came back was a fully structured, phased onboarding plan. Day 30 focused on learning and relationships. Day 60 on contribution. Day 90 on ownership. Priya edited it for 15 minutes, added 2 internal stakeholder names and 1 company specific milestone, and sent it to the hiring manager. Done. Gemini's advantage is that it is already inside Google Workspace. If your company uses Gmail, Google Docs, or Google Sheets, Gemini is embedded. You don't go to a new tool, you stay where you are. That reduces friction enormously. Now, David, he is a strategy consultant. Client kickoff call in 2 hours. The client is in sustainable packaging across Southeast Asia, an industry David has never worked in. He needs to walk into that call sounding credible, not faking it, credible. The old approach would be Google, opening tab after tab, reading half articles, trying to triangulate which source to trust, and still walking in half prepared. David has done this dozens of times. It works, but it takes half a day he doesn't have. He opens Perplexity AI at perplexity.ai and types, "Give me a structured briefing on the sustainable packaging market in Southeast Asia in 2025 to 2026. Include market size and growth rate, top 5 players, key regulatory trends, and the biggest challenges companies in this space are facing right now. Include your sources." Perplexity returns a structured briefing with citations visible. He can see exactly where each claim comes from. David reads the briefing in 10 minutes, clicks 2 of the source links to verify the most important statistics, opens the call, asks the client a specific question about a regulatory change that came into effect 6 months ago. The client looks impressed. That question came from a Perplexity result. The reason Perplexity is different from ChatGPT for research, it shows you its sources. It is grounded in current, real information. ChatGPT can hallucinate outdated facts. Perplexity tells you where the fact came from. For professional research, that difference matters enormously. And finally, Maya, marketing lead at a consumer brand. New campaign just got approved. She needs a 12-slide pitch deck for a major retail partner next week. The designer is on leave. The agency quote, $3,000 in 2 weeks. Maya has neither. She opens Canva, free version, exactly what you might have, chooses a clean corporate template, and opens Magic Write. She pastes in her campaign brief, 1 paragraph, and asks Magic Write to generate slide headlines and supporting copy for each section. Product introduction, market opportunity, campaign concept, retail activation, timeline, budget overview. The AI generates the copy. Maya edits it. She knows her brand better than any AI does. And it shows. She uses Canva's free stock images for the hero visuals. She applies a consistent color scheme. In 3 hours, she has 12 slides that look like an agency built them for 0 extra budget. What I want you to take from Maya's story, you don't need Canva Pro to use AI in Canva. Magic Write is available on the free plan. The template library is vast, the stock image library is enormous. The only thing you add is your content knowledge, and that is the part the AI genuinely cannot replace. So which tool is right for you? Here is a quick reference. If you work with Microsoft 365, Word, Teams, Outlook, Excel, Copilot is your tool. If you write a lot of stakeholder communications, sensitive emails, or complex written documents, Claude. If you live in Google Workspace, Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Gemini. If you need research with cited current sources, Perplexity. And if you create presentations, marketing materials, or any kind of visual content, Canva AI. Here is the most important thing I can tell you. You do not need to use all 5 tools. You need one. The one that matches your biggest daily frustration. Pick the scenario from this video that felt most like your morning and start there. This week, 1 tool, 1 problem. That is how this becomes real. If this video gave you something practical, share it in the comments below. Every week on this channel, I break down exactly how to use different AI tools in real corporate work scenarios. No theory, just the scenario, the prompt, and the result. See you in the next one.